Hello everyone, welcome to EduTab. This is Deeksha Raturi and today we are going to understand the eligibility criteria for IBPS AFO examination. Yes, the notification has been released recently. You can fill the form till 23rd of November 2021. Right, so today we'll understand that what are the minimum criteria that are required to fill the examination. But before that, to our new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of every lecture that we provide on YouTube, right? And yes, currently we are offering 40% off plus additional 10% off on all the courses that you can look over here that we cater. And to avail the offer, you have to use the code weekend and it is valid till 21st of November 2021. All right. So let's start with it. So first, the first important point, that is nationality or citizenship. So you should be for filling this IBPS AFO examination, you should be a citizen of India or you can be the citizen of Nepal and Bhutan as well. Okay, so Indian government, it allows the citizens of Nepal and Bhutan to fill government examination here in India. Apart from that, you can be a Tibetan refugee before 1962 have come here, but not most of the people who belong to this category, and there is one more separate category from which if you belong to, you can fill the form. And in this particular, basically if you are of Indian origin but you migrated to the following countries that have been mentioned here, so you are also eligible for that. Next, we are talking about the age. Okay, so next important factor is age, which many people they don't they ignore basically, right? So as on 1st November 2021, all right, so notification says as on 1st November 2021, your minimum age should be 20 years and maximum age should be 30 years. And to clarify it more, they have given this range that candidate, it should not be born earlier than 2/11/1991. What does it mean? It means 2nd November 1991. Okay, he can be born on this date but not before. He cannot be born on 1st November 1991, right? So that is 2nd November 1991, and the upper limit, it is 1st November 2001. Okay, so 1st November 2001, it is the upper limit of that. Okay, that is 2001. Yeah. So if you are born on 2nd November 2001, you are not eligible for this examination. And after that also, right? And if you are born before 2nd November 1991, even if you are born on 1st November, you are not eligible for it, right? So next criteria that is important is education qualification. What should be your education qualification here? Because we are particularly focusing on IBPS AFO, that is agriculture field officer. So we'll look at this particular criteria. Age, you know, minimum 20, maximum 30, right? And your qualification, it should be a 4-year degree or graduation. That is a 4-year graduation you should have for in agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry. We have then different streams that are related to agriculture. For example, veterinary science. Then we have dairy science, fisheries, pisciculture, agri-marketing and cooperation, and we have other examples also: cooperation and banking, agroforestry, forestry, agriculture biotechnology, food science, agriculture business management, food technology, dairy technology, agriculture engineering or sericulture. Right, so if you have minimum this degree, you can have post graduation, but for this examination the minimum eligibility, it is 4-year course in agriculture stream, right? So I hope that is clear to you all. Now there is an important note, basically two important notes. We'll look at them one by one. If you have dual specialization, you cannot just fill both or more than one streams, right? You can only fill one stream. That is very important. You cannot fill more than one stream, and you cannot use your more than one qualification for any examination, right? So there is no concept of this. If you have done law also, for example, in previous one there is a law post also, and you have done per se agriculture also, you cannot just fill both, right? You cannot add to the dual specialization. There is no concept like that. Second point that you should remember, right? Yeah, This is one thing. Second point is that the prescribed education qualification, it should be same as mentioned in advertisement, right? So if it says that only these category can apply for the agriculture officer, it means that only. You cannot just write that you have studied agriculture in school, or you can say because in some schools in 12th 11th 12th there is an optional, that is agriculture, but you have to have a degree, 4-year degree on it, right? So keep these things in mind. Next thing that is important that you should know, that is the final result should have been declared on or before 23rd November 2021. That is the last date of notification. So your result should be declared either on this date or before 23rd November 2021. That you should remember. Next important thing that you need to keep in mind in this the notification that has been released by IBPS AFO for regarding the eligibility criteria, it is whatever CGPA or OGPA you have been given according to university. Some they allot CGPA and not percentage, right? In that case, it should be converted into percentage. Now the question is how. So basically every college or university, they have their different set of standards to convert CGPA into percentage. In some cases it is multiplying the CGPA by 9.5, while in other cases it is multiplying by 7.5, then adding 11 to it, right? So whatever be the criteria, every college or university, it has its own. You follow your university criteria, and during documentation, while the verification of documentation will be done, in that case you would have to submit a copy, a signed copy from your college authority that yes, this is the system that is followed in our institution, and then you work accordingly, right? So this you have to confirm with your institution that how this particular procedure of converting CGPA into the percentage it goes, right? Talking about what is the minimum marks or percentage that is required. In case of this 2021 notification, it has not been mentioned anywhere, right? But if we go for the previous year notifications, the minimum eligibility, the minimum percentage that is required is 50%, right? So you fill the form. If it is except below 50, so maybe this year they have not made this criteria, but it usually does not happen. Maybe they must have ignored, or they forgot, or whatsoever, what be the reason. But in previous notifications 50% has been the minimum criteria, and in 2021 there is no mention of this particular thing, right? Next is about see this percentage thing. Even if your is 59.99%, it is not 60%, right? It won't be considered as 60%, it will be considered as lesser than 60% only. Or if your is 54.99 also, it is not be treated as 55, that you should know. All right, next we are talking about, see, here's an important, candidate can apply only for one post. You cannot fill for more than one post. And if it is done, if there is one more than one application, your particularly your applications, they would be rejected. How they would know? They are very smart. They will take your Aadhaar card details, right? So if you fill more than one, they'll get to know. If not Aadhaar card, they'll have email ID, whatever. They would have some authentication with them to check this thing, right? Next important thing now we'll look at is what is the relaxation of upper limit. See, we know that the age group, it is for it is between, it is 20 years to 30 years, right? But there is some relaxation of upper limit for some classes of the society that we have to look at. For SC and ST community, that is scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, the upper limit is 5 years. So that is 30 plus 5, that is 35 years, right? Then for other backward classes, that is a non-creamy layer, you should know, you should focus on this thing. For the non-creamy layers of OBC, this is 3 years, okay? Then coming with the persons with benchmark disability. So basically in section 34, there are some criterias which can put a person in this criteria, be for example acid attacks, or for example some intellectual disability or things like that. There is a particular section for those people. The age relaxation is 10 years. So if somebody is 39 or 38, they still would fall under this category if they are under this particular section. They come under this particular section. Next is for the ex-serviceman, or some for the short service officers who have at least served 5 years in military, so there are different sections. For them, the age relaxation is 5 years more, right? So this is the criteria of the relaxation of upper limit in case of IBPS AF4, right? And yes, currently I also want to share that we have courses for AFO examination 2021-2022. So we have two courses. One is for those people who just want to have a basic knowledge of agriculture. So for them, we have detailed videos of every chapter. We have notes regarding that. After that, we have worksheets, we have summary sheets, we have quizzes, so that the concept of every topic that you are studying, it is clear to you all. Then we have month-wise agriculture current affair magazine, because it is next to impossible to separate the agriculture news from the rest of the news, right, while studying current affairs or even by reading a newspaper. So we make it easy for you. Next is important schemes that are related to agriculture, and finally we have a phase 2 test series in which we have 25 full-length mock test and 30 sectional test, right? So this would give you a better preparation. But if you feel like your concepts are clear, you just need revision. So for those, we have this mock test series, right? In this particular course, you'll have 25 full-length mock test, and then you have 30 sectional test, and you would also get a detailed PDF explanation of every test that is under this. These two courses, they are valid till 31st March 2022, and to avail this particular course in 15% off offer, you have to use the code early15. All right. So yes, that is all for today. I hope this session was fruitful for you all. We'll meet again regarding AFO series, right? So until then, all the very best for your examination. Thank you very much.